Hi guys, welcome to new video. So today we'll continue with the third part of walkthrough with Dark Elf Rider of the Duskmarsh Phantom Halls, and we are in front of the 7th room with spiders. So let's just get straight into it. We will of course pick up the rune to teleport in, and we will immediately summon some skeletons. Of course we want to keep our swordsman in the bag because I don't want to use him at all, because he will just get damaged and we don't need him right now, so it will be a waste. As you can see, we already have 175 mana, so now I can actually summon skeletons twice in a row, which means I can have 2 of them at once and I will still have 25 more mana, which is definitely useful. We also unlocked a new ability, Confusion, which is a normal confusion ability from the Harpy, from normal Armies of Exigo game. It costs also 100 mana as the enchant, but to be honest, we also probably won't be using this at all, same as the enchant. But I mean, actually the enchant will at least use with the last boss, but I don't think you actually need to use confusion at all in the whole walkthrough. But it's just an extra ability that you have, and you might want to utilize it if you want. It will just confuse the enemy, so he starts attacking anything that is closest to it, which might mean, of course, another enemy, which is what you want, but sometimes if there won't be a nearby enemy, then it will still attack you, so then it's totally useless, of course. And it's 100 mana, which I just think is better to invest into the skeletons. Yeah, the last ability will be useful because it actually doesn't cost any mana, but if you have any mana, I would just always use it on skeletons, unless you are fighting with the final boss, which is strong enough that is actually worth it to sacrifice the mana to cast something else. All the other units that you will encounter are usually just not strong enough for you to be actually worth it to waste the mana on it. Here it will be a little bit harder, of course not as hard as it was with Warrior, but of course we still have limited range, so it's a little bit more difficult to pull it off with those poison spitters. Actually I probably cannot even kill them one-on-one, I was a little bit damaged, but anyways. And going there with skeletons would be basically suicide, so I'm not actually sure yet how we're going to do this part, but I'll try to split. Yeah, I managed to split up the melee poison spider from the poison spitters, and now I can of course kill him with skeletons. Try to maintain at least one of them alive, or I mean both of them alive. I will move the healthier one in the front. Of course it will probably pull the black spider, but we should be able to split him up from the others. Now I will slow him down a little bit. Hopefully he won't attack my swordsman, that would be really unfortunate, but yeah, I can actually come with swordsman for some extra damage. Hopefully I will restore the mana for skeletons soon enough. If not, I can either waste a healing potion or just use the swordsman. Yeah, but we managed to do it professionally. Of course now I'll definitely need to wait a little bit for some HP regeneration, but we can at least use the skeletons to either spot or just maybe deal some small damage. Yeah, just 1 hit or 2 hits, but at least something. Now I'll definitely need to wait, because we are out of HP and out of mana. But I still managed to keep my swordsman at full HP, so that's really nice. I will just move him to the other side. The length of this chamber, or I mean this space, should be the same on both sides. But I will keep it here anyways, just to be as far as possible from the actual fight when I need to kite away, so I don't pull the enemies into my swordsman. And also I will of course press the keybind for hold position, so the unit won't just automatically move somewhere when the enemy gets close enough. Of course this is the side where you would come from if you took the right path from the 4th room, and so you would just pick up this healing rune and teleport in, as you could saw in the warrior walkthrough, but we of course came from this side, so this has no point for us. Now we have mana, so maybe I could actually wait for 4 skeletons and then attack, but yeah, let's just try it like this. Hopefully I can kill at least one of the spitters. You need to keep in mind that there is a Dark Widow that is definitely dangerous. I'm not able to kill anything. Okay, I definitely need to wait for something more. Actually, we could have killed the big spider.
I will need fresh grain.
Try to split them. Yeah, nice. He's already slow, and if I slow him even more with my attacks, I think we should be able to kill him. Now it's just the thing that I don't want him to go on my swordsman, but we managed to do that. It is possible to get him stuck here, but I'm not sure if he'll manage to do that. No, he just walked around. Now he'll probably hit me. Okay, this is really close, but I somehow managed to walk around him. So now I'll just start hitting him, and now we can finally summon the skeletons. Hopefully I can move him back, but I moved away from the slowing effect of him. He has an aura, as you can see, that is doing the aura of pain on my skeletons, and that is slowing them down, both movement speed and attack speed, basically same as my slow from the freeze attacks, but I'm far enough right now, so I was not affected by it when he was fighting with my skeletons. Of course, now he moved to me. I could kite him again, but yeah, let's just finish it like this. I could also come with the swordsman, but only 30 more HP. That will be 2 more shots and he will be dead. I need to wait for mana anyway, so losing a little bit more HP is not a big deal. But as we saw, the hive spitters I mean not the hive spitters, the poison spitters are definitely something, because I sent 2 skeletons there with my hero and I was not able to even damage him by like 30% of his HP or something. Yeah, it was totally crazy. So now I will actually wait for 150 mana and I will summon 4 skeletons. Hopefully that will be enough, and then we also need to kill the left side. But in the meantime I can definitely already shoot the spider right here from here. So we will kill the big one in the middle. Then we will go from the right side. Actually, we can also kill the second big spider, and during that time I will restore mana, so we can also kill the small spiders on this left side. And then we will of course unlock finally the path to the hero room, which to be honest makes this hero way stronger. It's just a really nice thing. Of course the hero room is pretty nice for each hero. It just boosts them. With mage, actually with mage it was probably the weakest. You only receive a decree there, but actually also you receive the mana potion. That's actually quite nice. It has 5-minute cooldown, but you can restore like 150 mana or something, which is quite decent. But the decree is actually not that useful. Usually you will just spend the mana on your lightning strikes, or you also have the firewall and other things. But it's definitely at least something. With warrior it's of course totally insane, because you receive the horse, which gives you more HP and damage and everything, and movement speed. And then you actually also have this bigger circle, but fortunately it's after the 4th room, so you don't need to worry about getting stuck anywhere. And with Elven Ranger you of course receive the eagle, which is totally unique. You just have a flying hero, which is totally crazy. But overall I would say the strongest is probably still the Dark Elf Rider, which you will see really soon. As you can see okay, I don't know what the skeleton was doing, but the skeletons are not really working here. To be honest, I think this is the only situation where it's actually a good idea to use the confusion. Because if I just confuse one of them, he would probably just kill the second spider, because it's really good damage. And it would definitely do more than 2 skeletons that just died before they even walked there. So yeah, in this room I would definitely use confusion on those poison spiders, so it's not totally useless. It's good in this room where you actually get it for the first time, but overall it's just not too good a bit. Actually I cannot even kill this big spider yet, because I need to kill this spitter first. Yeah, but let's just wait for the confusion and let's try it on him. Hopefully it will work. I don't know what's the range, but hopefully he won't attack me or just shoot me once or something.
Onward.
Basically, the you can already see the ability here, but basically the hero room will give us even more minions, which is just really good, of course, since we have a summoner hero.
Onward.
So now let's cast the confusion here.
Move in the shadows. We shall prevail.
Actually, I can shoot him when he's fighting with the second guy, but it will be slowing him down, which is actually reducing my damage. But the reduction of the movements or of the attack speed is probably not that potent as my 25 damage, I would say. So the poison spider is almost dead. The poison spitter is also almost dead. I will maybe keep him alive so I can utilize him for another attack. But probably not, I will just kill him.
Move in the shadows.
Now I will pull this. I don't want to pull the second spitter, he's probably full HP. And I'm almost dead.
Onward.
But we needed to clear this area. And
Onward.
hopefully... Yeah, I can shoot him from here, but
Move in the shadows.
actually it's not full HP, but still some HP, so we'll need to wait. I could actually use him to damage the big spider on the left, but you can easily kill him by getting him stuck here when you have a ranged hero. That's only not possible with the warrior, but outside of that we can easily kill the big spider without losing a single HP, so I don't need to worry about that.
We move in the
So let's just kill it like this. Actually it will probably... Yeah, I will pull him by with the skeletons, that's really bad. I need to get him to that position again, but...
What do you want from me?
Or I mean I could just kite around, but that would take forever.
We shall prevail.
So let's just wait for this skeleton to die, and I will just run away, he will return, and yeah, that's fine. Now we can kill this spider, it should be possible from here.
Sir, on my way. On my way.
And we can already move our swordsman to this location.
What do you want from me?
There is nothing more than those two big spiders. And yeah, those don't even have the slowing aura, so it will be even easier to utilize our skeletons. Of course I will kill this one easily like this, but we'll generate some mana, so I will definitely utilize some extra damage from the skeletons for the last spider, even though we could also kill him just with our hero without taking any damage, but it doesn't really matter anymore, so we'll just speed up the process with the skeletons a little bit. Okay, but now we just wait for killing this one. Yeah, the environment is also really nice in this room. As you can see, those here are those huge death pits that are full of skeletons. As you can see, if I zoom in a little bit, you can see there are lots of skeletons and of course the webs from the spiders. Yeah, here are some big kegs or barrels.
We shall
Yeah, so
prevail.
really nice details. Of course, all the blood everywhere, even some skeletons outside of the pits. Yes, so now let's kill the big spider.
Souls.
He should get stuck here. He actually didn't, but as I said, I want to fight him with skeletons anyway, so he'll be fine. And of course, 4 paths, once again, one for each hero, and the only one that we didn't take yet is this one. The second from left, because this one was Elven Ranger, here was Mage, here was Warrior, and this one is the last one, so this is where we are going to go in this walkthrough. As you can see, the magical barrier disappeared in this area.
Onward.
Sir.
So let's go.
Summons.
We can maybe also make a super group,
Yes,
because
sir.
I want to have the
On my
swordsman in
way
a
shall
separate
prevail.
group. And we can also make a save. I don't think there is anything serious here that would need a save, but
Yes, sir.
the game can bug always or something, so or just crash, so it's good to make saves. As you can see, there is a winter environment, and there will be a dialogue.
Move in the shadows. We move in the shadows.
I hope so.
Greetings, Dark Warriors. Will you join me on my mission?
I await your command.
We bow before you, sir. We will be your faithful servants.
Yeah, so we met 2 Shadow Walkers and they agreed to be our faithful servants. And as you can see, they also received this
Rider
buff.
now has 2 servants who will fight alongside him. If both Shadow Walkers die, Dark Elf Rider can re-summon them for a certain amount of mana using the ability in the bottom left corner of the ability bar.
We shall prevail.
Yeah, so basically we received a message that told us how this works. Of course, I will explain it again. First of all, I wanted to say that you also receive those attack and attack speed buffs, same as the skeletons that you summon, which is really good. I can actually just summon some of them. Right now it doesn't really matter, so you can see it. We are receiving the same buff. As you can see, you have the same damage with Shadow Walkers. Yeah, both have 12 damage, but you have 120 more HP and also 1 more armor. So the unit is a little bit more tanky. You don't have pierce and pike damage reduction, but that doesn't really matter most of the time. So it's just a little bit tanky unit, same offensively. The difference is that you don't have summon time. And if both of them dies, then you can resummon them with this ability, resummon Shadow Walkers. As you can see, it's not usable now because both of them are alive, but if both of them dies, then you can, this ability will actually lighten up, it will unlock like these 3 abilities, and then you can press it to resummon both of them. And then it will of course go grey again, and once again if they die, both of them dies, then you can use it again. You can use it forever, but both of them needs to die. So if one of them dies, you are probably just better off letting the second one die as well, so you can resummon both of them, because if one of them is dead, you just have only one of them and you are not getting any bonus from it. You cannot resummon the second one until the first one the second one dies as well. Yeah, so just both of them need to die, then you can resummon them. Pretty easy mechanic. And it only costs 50 mana, which is cheaper than the skeletons, which are even weaker, which means this is super powerful, of course. So now we will go to the Phantom room that we already experienced with the Elven Ranger. Of course, let's make a save here.
We shall prevail.
I need to keep my swordsman in the back. The thing is that they are taking less damage from pierce and we have swing damage, so this is really okay. Of course, once again, I want to keep both of them. This is the best thing you can do, of course, because you need both of them to die, so you just want to keep both of them at the same amount of HP. So if one is almost dead, you want to tank with the other one. Basically the same strategy as you did with skeletons. Now both of them dies. I can resummon them. Of course, actually there is a special thing. You need to actually target where you are going to resummon them, but it has a really small range. So if I click here, the hero will actually need to go there. So always just click near your hero. It has a little bit longer summon animation, but it's really simple. We have them back, and once again this got disabled. So this is really simple. Like this, I will just walk everywhere. Of course, I can also summon skeletons to have even more minion power. If you have skeletons, you of course want to tank the damage with them, because they will disappear anyway really soon, while the Shadow Walkers can last a little bit longer. There's lots of enemies here, but you can walk through them really easily. Maybe let's move the swordsman to this corner. Might be a little bit safer. Of course, after this room we will have the trap room with the fire traps, which is actually a little bit special for this hero, but I will show you. But then I actually don't know which path I will take, because we already took the path to the right with mage, then we took the path to the left with warrior, I think. With Elven Ranger, I believe we took the middle path, just with the tunnel where reds were, which was pretty simple. You just don't get one more level there, and it's really easy. You don't get any items, it saves time, but then it makes it a little bit harder in the end game, of course. But I don't know with this hero, I probably don't want to skip it. I want to go either to the right or to the left, and actually maybe I will go to the left and try to do the secret room that we already did with the warrior. As I said, it's I think I mentioned it in the walkthrough with warrior, or maybe with some other heroes as well. but it's definitely the hardest with Mage. Unfortunately, we already did the Mage walkthrough, and in that walkthrough I actually went the other path, so you didn't see it, but it's actually also quite interesting with this hero as well, and not easy, so I will probably attempt that. If we fail, then at least I will just clear the rooms that are there normally, because this is just a bonus room, you don't need to complete it, so if we fail it doesn't really matter, but I will try it. Then of course you need to kill the gargoyles and phantoms in the room before, or ghosts and gargoyles, and then we will already be in the hell. We lost one Shadow Walker, so let's quickly lose the second one as well. Actually, this is really dangerous, you need to be careful. Yeah, now I'm slowed even more, so the summon time is even longer, because the Shadow Knight also gives the... Actually, it gives Aura of Shadows, but it's the same as the Aura of Pain that we are getting from the big spider. Yeah, I'll probably move back a little bit. Okay, I don't know why I did this bad, but fine. We managed to survive. Now we just need to pull a little bit more units. Basically we already cleared probably half of this room, so that's fine. As you can see, it's really different than what we had with the Elven Ranger in this room, because we already had eagles, so we were just flying above them. The Phantom Knights couldn't even attack me, the mages died really easily, and the only problem were the Ghost Knights, or what's the name actually, I will check it really quickly for you, Shadow Knights. So the Shadow Knights are a little bit harder, because they actually have a special attack that attacks air units, and it has lifesteal, so against them we needed to jump off the eagle with the Elven Ranger to kill them easily just from the ground. But with Dark Elf Rider we don't really care about anything, but as you can see, you can kill them like this without them even attacking you, which we also did with the Elven Ranger. I think she has even longer range, so then it's even easier, but you need to be on the ground with the eagle. It's just not impossible, but really hard to kill.
Yes, sir. I await your command.
Now I moved my swordsman by mistake. Of course that mechanic is there for the purpose of forcing you to go off the eagle, because inside of that you would just fly here and kill everything without even getting damaged, which is something we don't want, of course. But here we are on the ground all the time, so all the Phantom Knights and Phantom Mages can just attack me no matter what. Yeah, so I tried to tank some damage with the Bone Warrior. One of them died, the second one is alive. That's fine. I will move my Shadow Walker back so he starts attacking the more healthy one. I'll kill the Mage, now I'll kill the Knight. I'm maintaining decent mana, that's fine. Actually, one thing to keep in mind, with this hero you will have a little bit lower kill count, of course, because you are killing lots of units with your summoned units, so the kills are just distributed between multiple entities. Yeah, but doesn't really matter, of course. You cannot check that on the Shadow Walkers or Skeletons, because they just die and are resummoned, and of course if you resummon them, they are fresh, they have 0 kills counted. Because it's actually not a resummon, it's just a summoning of a new unit that is unlocked by letting the previous units die, of course. That is a condition, yeah, you can check it in the editor if you want to know how it actually works exactly. Yeah, so this is not ideal, but fine. Once again, I'm trying to stay out of the slow range, so at least my hero is not slowed. Here, this is actually interesting, because I will probably kill him before he can kill my Shadow Walker, but it will be just worth it for me to kill my own Shadow Walker, of course, because I just need to resummon them. Here I will take the Silver Leaf, which can restore your mana to full, which is really nice. Yeah, so let's just kill the Shadow Walker, because we will actually need a Shadow Walker here.
Yes, sir. What do you want from me? Ready?
We shall prevail.
We can summon him You can summon them immediately.
Sir,
I await your summons.
I await
And as I said, this room will be a little bit special
Onward.
Yes, sir.
for this hero because with mage you just walked through it. Of course you have reduced actually. Let me just show it to you if you didn't see the previous walkthroughs, so you know what I'm talking about.
I await
We'll click
your
on the
summons.
rune, it will teleport us in. And there are just those fire traps that are dealing damage once every few seconds.
Do you want?
It reduces your HP by a lot, so you cannot just walk through it.
Onward.
But with mage, you have lots of magical damage reductions for fire as well, so you have really low HP, but you have the reductions and you also have the frost shield, so you just put everything on, walk through it, it doesn't even matter. With warrior, you have the horse, you are really tanky, you also have lots of abilities that makes you even tankier, so you just ride through it. No, Elven Ranger has only the 15% damage reduction, but you also just basically run through it. It's the most realistic, let's say, experience, because you just don't have anything special except the 15% and you just actually need to do the mechanics. But with this hero, you also don't have anything, but as you can see you have only 10 HP, so if you just go anywhere you will just die immediately. But you actually need to do this room with the Shadow Walker. As you can see, I also have Swordsman, but he didn't get teleported in, because you could actually choose the right path here and then you wouldn't encounter the prison room, so you wouldn't have a Swordsman, so this mission, of course, or this room, chamber, cannot be based on a unit that you don't get 100% of the time if you make a different decision. So it's based on the Shadow Walker that you, of course, always unlock here in the hero room. You wouldn't get without it to this room. So it's based on the Shadow Walker. You could basically also do it with Skeleton, but he would probably just disappear before you get to the end. So it's meant to be done with the Shadow Walker. So let's just do it like this. I don't know if actually I think I made a save, so let's just start. Yeah, it's the same thing once again, but keep in mind that the Shadow Walker doesn't have an auto heal as the other heroes have. So if they get damaged by the fire, they will be just fine with the Shadow Walker, because they will just regenerate HP. You can just wait somewhere. With the Shadow Walker you will just lose the HP and you won't get it back, so you need to be a little bit more careful, but it should be fine. Here I will try to be careful. Actually we died, okay. Doesn't really matter, this is really good because you just have infinite amount of attempts. Of course if you load the game with other heroes it will also be fine. But here you just have two Shadow Walkers, both of them dies, you just summon new ones, yeah, it doesn't really matter, so this is really fine. And yeah, here you just need to be really precise to don't lose too much HP. Now we lost 20 less, I think. And now let's just make a good strategy, I would say. I think we'll go... I need to aim for a certain area and try to get there in time. I'm not actually sure which will be the best. Yeah, I don't remember it when I made it, of course, it's many months ago, so I don't remember what was the best route, but if we can get to this area, I think this will be the best, because we'll only get damaged by like two of them, or maybe this, yeah, this is the best area, definitely. So I will try to go a little bit closer, but not too close, and try to reach it. Maybe actually it will probably kill me, but yeah, actually I managed to do it. 20 HP left, now we just pick up the healing runes. I will wait for the damage so it doesn't one-shot me, and everything should get teleported here. Together with the Swordsman, of course. We can kill him so we can summon two new ones. Just a quick thing we can do before each room. It just saves some mana in the room. And we have a cold stuff, that's also nice. Keep in mind that the damage from those traps keeps popping even after you complete the mission, so just make sure that you know where your units are. And now, as I said, we will try the left room. This is actually quite difficult because the ghosts are immune to physical damage, or they take 10% from it, so there will be like 1 damage from the Shadow Walker and Skeleton that all have physical damage. So you basically need to kill this with the cold damage from your Dark Elf Rider, which is quite difficult. So this room will be a little bit harder, but we will try to do it. I will make a quick save.
We shall
And
prevail.
let's teleport in.
I await your summons.
As you can see,
What do you want from me?
immediately going in.
We shall
I think we lost a swordsman in this room with the Elven Ranger, but I'm not sure exactly. As you can see, we received a new ability, Lifesteal. This is really good because it can be used on the ghosts to deal some extra damage. So that's definitely useful. I will talk about it once we kill some enemies. We can actually use the Shadow Walkers to at least tank the damage for us, even though they won't be doing too much damage to the ghost. Yeah, these ghosts also attacking me, but that doesn't really matter.
We shall prevail.
And now I'm just
I will
trying to
find
use the new ability here. Yeah, the ghosts are quite durable, but you have to keep in mind that we have really low damage with this hero. Yeah, so let's summon new Shadow Walkers. As you can see, the Lifesteal, or new ability is named Lifesteal. Rank 1, of course. You can also upgrade it here instead of the skeletons, but as I mentioned in the previous video, I think we will definitely take this once we get to the hell, because I want to have more skeletons. But basically, you deal 50 damage and heal yourself for 50 HP with the Lifesteal. So it's just a nice deal, also nice damage, and the damage is magical. I don't remember exactly the type, maybe it's just like harm or something. Yeah, it's probably not usable on some entities, but I don't know if
We shall
not usable on
prevail.
mechanical entities, I would say. So that's probably not something you will encounter in this mode, but overall it's just 50 damage, 50 heal, 25 seconds cooldown. If you decide to make the upgrade, you will basically have the same cooldown, 25 seconds, but the damage and healing will be doubled, so 100 instead of 50. Which is nice, but overall I would say the skeletons are just better, because you basically, of course, this doesn't have any cooldown, this doesn't have any mana, so it's basically balanced, but here you only, I mean, here you double damage and healing, and here you double the skeletons, but I think here you also get the increased period of the summon time.
Onward.
Yeah, they will be just summoned for longer.
Onward.
And then, of course, I would say it's just more worth it to upgrade those skeletons. And I mean, this ability is nice in this room, where it just gives me some extra damage to the ghosts that I cannot damage otherwise. Also, it's a nice heal if you actually are taking some damage, but once you have enough units in the front, which we will have if we take more skeletons, then I won't probably be even taking any damage, and then I of course don't even need more healing. We also have a little bit more mana, as you can see, 225, so that's nice, and now we are already slowed. I already did this room with the warrior, so you already should know how this works if you saw that. There is a Lich Mage in the back, which is slowing me down.
We shall prevail.
Also some Bone Mages, I think, or something, but
Await your summons.
the mages, ghost mages, I don't know, but first we need to get through these ghosts that are quite annoying, but it should be fine. And actually we might try to confuse the Lich Mage. He will just kill everything around him,
Move in the shadows.
but we will see if that will be necessary. Right now I'm just trying to get through this as quickly as possible. Of course the Lich Mage will be slowing anything I summon, so some units won't help me there too much. We could also use Enchant, but actually we might use Enchant, but I will need to combine that with minions, of course. The Lich Mage takes damage from physical, actually he takes only 50 from magical damage, so that's the reverse of all the ghosts around him. So there we will definitely need lots of minions.
We move in the shadows.
But I will see if I can actually maybe
We shall
pull
prevail.
out some of the minions around him
What
first.
do you
This is a
want from
ghost
me?
mage.
Onward.
The Lich
I
Mage
await
starts
your
attacking me, so actually let me just confuse the Lich Mage. Of course I will take some damage, but
Move in the shadows.
he will hopefully just kill them.
Shadows.
And I will just
Onward.
regenerate during
Onward.
that time. I think the slow that you get from the Lich Mage and the Spider and Ghost Warriors here or something, Ghost Knights, Shadow Knights, I think that slow doesn't reduce your regeneration speed of HP and mana, but I might be mistaken. We can actually maybe test it. You can see the
We move
HP
in the
regeneration if I
shadows.
walk into it.
Onward.
Yeah, it's still the same, so you don't need to walk out of it to regenerate faster. That won't have effect on that, but keep in mind that overall you definitely want to not stand in that. But as you can see, the range of the aura from Lich Mage is much larger than all the other units that had the similar effect, so, and this is maybe even stronger. So it's impossible to kill the Lich Mage while avoiding it. The top one died, so let's check the bottom. He's still alive, but he's almost dead, so I will kill him with life steal. Or not kill, but damage him and then finish him. And actually I will probably really use the enchant, so... Or maybe now... Yeah, he's probably useless. I will just tank it with my hero, that will be better. We might actually also use our swordsman here. And I will just summon double skeletons, and it should be fine. So yeah, let's go for it. I will put everything in the group number 2 here. Yeah, so I'm tanking the damage. I will summon 2 skeletons, 4 skeletons, life steal, and now we just totally demolish him. And here you can see the power of this hero, because you cannot have this huge DPS with any other hero, of course. This is this is what I was talking about with the strong end game of this hero, and this is definitely not the strongest we can get. It will be even stronger once we get more things, definitely once we get more skeletons from this rank 2. But this was already pretty decent, but the true power we will of course see when we fight the final boss, because there we will have the full potential of this hero. And everything is of course buffed, thanks to the rune that I took right here. So that's really nice. Here we only have gargoyles. I think this is really easy actually with this hero. Of course you need to be a little bit more careful. It's just good to use the lifesteal on cooldown, because it's double damage from our basic attacks. Maybe we'll leave a small gap where the enemy won't be slowed down, but overall it's just definitely worth it to use it on cooldown, because it's just double damage. Right now I'm not using my mana, but I don't really see a reason to spend it. I could maybe confuse one of them, but maybe let's actually summon skeletons. Also Shadow Walkers. Of course I cannot fit everything there, but we'll somehow kill them while maintaining everything alive. Yeah, some of the gargoyles are stronger, some of them are weaker. As you can see, this one has basically almost twice the amount of damage, 15 more, 35 instead of 20. Also twice the amount of armor, 2 instead of 1, and 100 more HP. So it's much stronger, but they look the same, so be careful, also the same name. Yeah, but we should be able to get through them. I'll probably clear the whole room first, then we'll go for the secret room, which is right here of course. As you might already know from the warrior walkthrough. Yeah, they killed this. Yeah, let's just kill the Shadow Walker ourselves. Resummon them. Okay, there are 2 gargoyles, so let's split them up. Yeah, it's maybe not too nice that I'm killing my own units, but we wield dark magic, as we heard in the introduction of this hero, in the first part of the walkthrough. So we are like a necromancer, let's say, wielding dark magic and summoning units, so we probably don't really care when we are summoning skeletons and those kinds of creatures. Then we don't really care that we kill our own units. As you heard now, there is a voice line of Matriarch that is assigned to the Dark Elf Rider, who actually either cannot change it, or I don't know how you would change it, or not how. I would know how you would change it, but I don't know where exactly, because if it's changeable, then it would be in the sound editor, but I'm not sure which voice line is exactly associated with the Dark Elf Rider. I think it's the normal Nightmare voice line, but if it's just uploaded as Matriarch, But I mean, you have most of the time the Dark Elf Rider voice line, but there is like one that cycles through it. That is the voice line of the
I will need fresh
voice line of the Matriarch. It sometimes pops up, and I don't really know how I would change it. I would probably just need to make my own sound, but then it's not really uploadable because of some problems. So overall, there is just this small mistake, but it's in the normal game of Armies of Exigo as well. So it's nothing associated with this mode. Yeah, but it's also with the Zero. So not only nightmares, but the Zero as well. Just so you know why sometimes you can hear a Matriarch and you actually don't see it anywhere. So now we are going for the secret room. I will probably... this used to restore your HP to full and mana as well, so I will actually, since they are not full, I mean it will restore full HP of your heroes, but since my Shadow Walkers are not full HP, I will actually need to kill them. Yeah, so let's just kill them really quickly, then we will resummon them, then I will save the game, and then I will try to pick up the rune and summon everything, or I mean pick up rune and do the room. So let's make the save, Duskmarsh Phantom Halls. And as I said, this is quite difficult, I didn't do it for some time, so I'm not sure if I will be able to do it, but let's try. I think you need to... Actually, we can summon skeletons. Now we can pick up the rune, if I can actually manage to do that. We can summon even more skeletons. Now we'll go with everything to the top. Now I'll try to run with my hero through it. Okay, this was really bad. You definitely don't do it like this, but fine. Okay, I will try to summon some units here, so they are tanking the damage instead of my hero. Maybe I could heal myself, but yeah, we managed to do it. So as you saw the strategy there, of course now my hero is almost dead, but fine. As you saw the strategy, you basically just need to utilize your units to tank the damage from the dragons, while your hero just run for the item of extra life, which is always nice to have. Yeah, you also saw it with the warrior. There I just basically used all my buffs on me and just ran through it, which was really simple. With Elven Ranger, you basically just fly there on your eagle. So that's also really simple. Actually, right now I'm not sure if we actually did it with the warrior. Maybe we did it with the Elven Ranger. Yeah, maybe we did it with the Elven Ranger. I don't remember exactly, you can check it yourself in the previous walkthroughs, but maybe we did this secret room with the Elven Ranger, and with warrior I took the shortcut through the red tunnel. I'm not sure right now, but either way, with warrior you just run there, with Elven Ranger you just fly there. Here you need to utilize the units with Dark Elf Rider, and Mage, you didn't see that, but basically I already talked about that in one of the previous videos. It's the hardest, you just need to utilize the freeze ability, and you are also slow and don't have much HP, it's really difficult. You just need to freeze them precisely and somehow get there, then get back. I definitely did it a few times, but I didn't do it on the video, so you couldn't see that, but you can try it yourself. Probably the biggest challenge of the whole mode, actually. So yeah, this will be everything for this video. A little bit longer, 44 minutes, let's say. But we managed to finish all the rooms, and next time we will continue with the part of Hell, and we'll right here, of course, unlock the second rank of Summon Skeletons ability, which is really nice. So thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if you like this series. Of course, let me know about your experience with this mode or any of my other modes if you tried. And hope you liked it, and thanks for watching. Take care, guys.